Hey everybody, welcome to the third episode of Codexity, and today we're going to be building the other part of the downtown. I wouldn't call it other actually, this is the northern side of the downtown which we built last episode, and I'm also going to be building the mid-rise to low-rise area which I spoke of in the last episode. So as you can see, I've started placing a few skyscrapers. These are the only skyscrapers which will be placed in the area. There'll be more of mid-rise buildings in the area because it's a residential area and I don't want to give many skyscrapers because there'll be a huge group of skyscrapers in one big area and I don't want the downtown looking very weird with so many big buildings. Plus, because of the man-made rivers, there's gonna be a huge dip in the skyline suddenly if you place many big buildings together. So I've tried to place all the mid-rise buildings I have with as less repetition as possible, but I had to repeat a few buildings to fill up the skyline. But the repetition is so less that it's not even visible when you see it in the cinematics. So the buildings which I placed in the beginning of the episode on the other side of the man-made river, I will be shifting those buildings back towards this side because I do not want the tall buildings that side. I want only mid-rise and low-rise buildings on that side. Now you're seeing me change the size of the districts because I had planned something entirely different, but as I started building I had to improvise a lot of things. I had actually planned the downtown to be on this island and all the low to mid-rise buildings outside this island, as in the till half of the other islands, but when I started building I realized that the downtown will become too big for a city and I decided to make it much smaller than that. And these improvisations have actually allowed me to make much bigger suburbs than I expected I would be building for this series. And that actually makes sense because suburbs are always bigger than downtowns, not population wise but definitely size wise. So what you're seeing me do right now is I'm making sort of a commercial district next to the central station. This is actually because the residential buildings cannot be placed next to train stations because they make a lot of noise, so it is very essential that you always place offices or commercial buildings next to it. So right now you're seeing me zone offices actually next to the central station, but later you'll see me change that to commercial because there's a lot of offices in the city already. Now, to add a bit of commercialization to the downtown, I am actually adding a few billboards which are there on the Steam Workshop, and as much as I know, these are the best set of billboards which you can find on the Steam Workshop as of now. So I have not only added billboards in the city, but I've also added a few company logos on top of the building so that they look like those buildings belong to those specific companies. And some of the billboards which I've placed are from McDonald's, Burger King, Adidas, BMW, etc. So a few company logos which I've placed in the city are Apple, Sony, Logitech, Ericsson, Google, etc. Now I've started adding a few more buildings to the downtown, like double plopping it so that my skyline does not look weird, and I'm trying to use all the skyscraper assets that I've subscribed to. At this stage of the construction of the downtown, I realized that I do not have any commercial zones in my city, and there's no place for the citizens to go and shop. So I decided to first plop a few commercial buildings down, but later you'll see me actually de-zone a few residential areas and zone them with commercial areas later. And now you'll see me apply a few policies on the districts that I've already worked on. So you'll see me apply the high-rise ban policy in the downtown residential district because I want to create low to mid-rise buildings in that entire area. There are a few policies which I have applied commonly throughout all the districts in the city. Some are like the power usage, and a few are for more optimized water usage. There is high-tech housing, there is free Wi-Fi, and there is cycling. And there are a few unique policies which I've applied in a few areas, like I want my highly educated people to be in my downtown, so I have applied an educational boost policy in the downtown area, and I have actually applied schools out in my suburban areas. You just saw me add a few more residential zones for the area which is going to be the low to mid-rise area. Right now they look very small, but over time they actually look pretty beautiful when they grow up. So for now I think this is it for the downtown building. In the next episode I think I'll be starting the industries, which is going to generate more employment for the undereducated people, and it will boost my economy a lot. To start the industries, I won't be building all the 4 types. I'll only start with oil and ore. But don't worry, soon there'll be more downtown building and there'll be a lot of suburban development. So stay tuned for that. Also, for the people who want to see me build the city airport, you have to wait for a bit more because the city airport will actually start in episode 10. So don't worry, it'll come soon.
Need to get lost in this town, walk away. Need to leave that stress up there. Ooh, I can feel it, leave that
When you're gone, I don't know what to say. When you're with me, I can't say anything anyway, so just believe me. Even if the words don't come out, they're here inside my head.
So I guess we're coming to the end of this episode. If you liked my content and wish to see more, please do subscribe to my channel. And if there's something you want me to improve in, whether it's my voiceover or content, please feel free to write it down in the comments or get in touch with me on Instagram or Twitter. So this is it for this episode. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.